Endrick used to be the young sensation at Real Madrid until Xabi Alonso discovered a new Wonderkid. Gonzalo Garcia has gone from being a prospect to forcing his way into this Real Madrid team. Suddenly, he's now the young talent every Real Madrid fan can't stop talking about. But how did it happen? And more importantly, in the space of just 1 month, how has Gonzalo Garcia ghosted Endrick? It all kicked off at the Club World Cup. Coming into the competition, Real Madrid's new head coach Xabi Alonso was in a situation. There was no Kylian Mbappe due to injury problems, and the guy who naturally would have replaced him, Endrick, was injured too. Xabi Alonso needed a fix. Instead of opting for makeshift options in attack, Xabi Alonso decided to hand a Real Madrid teenage prodigy a big start in the opening game, and straight away the kid delivered. He bagged Real Madrid's only goal in the 1-1 draw against Al Hilal. Some said it was luck. He didn't strike the ball properly. He was fortunate enough it connected with his standing foot, but still, Gonzalo Garcia had capped off an incredible 90 minutes with a goal and a lot of positives for Real Madrid fans to look at. And with no Mbappe and no Endrick, Alonso decided to continue with the same system. So he played Gonzalo Garcia again, and the kid didn't disappoint. He got the assist for Arda Güler's second, but it was more than that. How? In just 2 games, Gonzalo Garcia was already looking like a solution to a Real Madrid problem they'd had for over 9 months. His work rate was insane. At halftime versus Pachuca, despite Real Madrid being a man down, Gonzalo Garcia had the most dribbles, the most tackles, the most duels won. He was the most fouled player, made the most recoveries, and topped it up with the assist for Güler's goal. It became very clear just how crazy his work rate is. The end product didn't end there either. Against Salzburg? Check. Scoring the winner against Juventus? Check. A goal against Borussia Dortmund in the quarterfinals? Check. He scored in his next 3 games to make it 5 goal contributions in 5 games. No Mbappe, no Endrick, no problem. Xabi Alonso had seen something else too, something that reminded him of a Real Madrid legend from years back. This statement right here, it's huge. It's the qualities Xabi Alonso has mentioned about Gonzalo Garcia here that allow him to ghost Endrick in his debate. Xabi Alonso talks about Gonzalo Garcia having the qualities of a traditional number 9. He's great in the air, amazing position with an eye for goal, but specifically to this Real Madrid team, his work rate is insane. He can occupy multiple positions in game because of how he's constantly chasing the ball. Think about the stats we pulled up against Pachuca. He did all of that with Real Madrid being a man down, from stuff like kissing the Real Madrid badge each time he scores to this insane work rate in the space of under a month. Gonzalo Garcia has become so good. He's doing what everyone thought the kid from Brazil would. If you're Endrick after watching Gonzalo Garcia at this World Cup, you've got a problem. This was the idea with Endrick after his first season at Real Madrid. He showed signs of a promise. 7 goals in 37 games for an 18-year-old might seem decent at best, but it's important to remember that Endrick barely got minutes under former Real Madrid head coach Carlo Ancelotti. Even when the team was struggling and needed an actual number 9 in the position, Ancelotti still preferred to use Mbappe or makeshift options centrally. This should have been Endrick's competition to really make a statement for himself. So what happened then? He got injured, suffered a relapse a couple of days back, and by the time he does return, Endrick will know he's gone down the Real Madrid attacking order even more. So is Gonzalo Garcia ghosting Endrick because he's better than him? Well, no, it's something different. It's a combination of different skill sets and an opportunity. Anyone who's watched Endrick play knows he's got insane potential. From the goal he scored against Botafogo before joining Real Madrid. Yeah, this one, it kind of sums up the kid. Endrick is an extraordinary talent. He's a player who, given the right opportunities, should develop into a beast. We saw it last season. Goals like this in the Champions League. I mean, the balls to pull this off from miles out with Vinicius Jr. and Mbappe in better positions says a lot about his confidence and quality. But again, the idea here is Endrick's incredible talent wasn't exactly what Real Madrid needed at the time. Compared to Gonzalo Garcia, There's no doubt Endrick is the more talented of the two, at least in terms of individual flair and what he can do with the ball. But here's where things get interesting. This one isn't necessarily decided by what both can do with the ball. It's what they can do off it. In the moments where Endrick can be selfish, Gonzalo Garcia isn't. The goals might be the end result for a typical number 9. But Gonzalo Garcia, judging by this Club World Cup cameo, seems to be the better all-around option. He looked so sharp in the position. From leading the press to getting stuck in with tackles, helping win the ball back, applying pressure, that's the difference. The fact that in those positions, rather than look to score a golazo, Gonzalo Garcia seems ready to work for the team off the ball and find his teammates instead. We also did mention moments back that it's about the profiles and the opportunity.
Of his younger players, so the fact he was willing to be as critical of he was as Endrick there, using that language, accusing him essentially of being kind of over theatrical, not really having, I guess, the right sort of attitude in terms of looking for efficiency.
Carlo Ancelotti sadly didn't give Endrick as many minutes as he probably should have last season. But to be fair to Ancelotti, if you listen to that clip above, it was because of stuff like what he'd talked about. The fact that Endrick would choose individual moments of brilliance over helping the team at times. When does it come off? It's great. When it doesn't, it's just more pressure added to an already tense situation. The result against Getafe wasn't sure. Endrick gets a chance on goal and decides to chip the goalkeeper instead. Take this into the bigger picture, and the truth is that on the whole, Endrick might be the incredible talent that he is. It doesn't feel like his skill set matches this current Real Madrid team. True. He's had his moments with Real Madrid, scoring on both his La Liga and Champions League debuts, or his Copa del Rey run 2 goals.
И можно продолжать. Удар поворотом, гол! Какой гол! Endrick!
A goal against Leganes in the quarter-finals and 2 goals across 2 legs in the semi-finals against Real Sociedad. But on the whole, when you think of Endrick, you see a player who Real Madrid doesn't exactly know what to do with. With Gonzalo Garcia, however, he's a solution. Think about Real Madrid last season and how this was a problem that didn't stop. A problem that even carried into the Xabi Alonso era. The fact that Kylian Mbappe didn't press as hard enough and how it was affecting the team. Alonso's response even justified the criticism. He talked about how in modern football now, each team needs to be able to press as a unit. That's what Gonzalo Garcia brings. Its obvious goals will come into account, but he brings that as well. Mbappe, Endrick, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, think of all the names in that position and how brilliant they are. But none of them have that special ability to lead the line like a typical number 9 would. That's what Gonzalo Garcia brings. In just 6 games at the Club World Cup, he's already shown that he can play for this Real Madrid team. He can step up with big goals in big moments like the one against Juventus. Even when he wasn't scoring against Pachuca, he was making a huge impact with his pressing. That's what the Real Madrid number 9 situation needs right now. That's what Gonzalo Garcia brings. But specifically to how he's ghosted Endrick. You don't see that happening with the next Pele. Endrick is special. Is he special enough to become a solution to Real Madrid's offensive issues like Gonzalo Garcia is? No. Why? It's the understanding. I mean, think about it. Mbappe scored the most goals in La Liga and Europe's top 5 leagues. He won both the Pichichi Award as Spain's top scorer and will receive the European Golden Shoe in the coming weeks. But we're still talking about Real Madrid needing an actual number 9. Why? Because as crazy as this sounds, the Real Madrid number 9 position right now isn't just about scoring goals. The only person that seems to get it is Gonzalo Garcia. With Endrick, you feel that even if he's to become what Real Madrid needs in the future, he'd need a bit more time. With Gonzalo Garcia, however, that time is now. He's ready. He knows it. Heck, Xabi Alonso knows it too. It gets even crazier when you realize this debate between him and Endrick could have been settled way before now. See guys, Gonzalo Garcia didn't just come out of nowhere. He made his Real Madrid debut under Carlo Ancelotti. He even scored in the Copa del Rey against Leganes. Gonzalo Garcia could have made an even bigger impact under Carlo Ancelotti, but instead, Ancelotti opted to use Endrick as the backup in that position. But so far, with everything we've seen at the Club World Cup, it's just proof that Gonzalo Garcia is the more complete package of the two. And that's down to another factor that seems to go under the radar a bit. We talked about it earlier. If Endrick is to become what Real Madrid needs, he needs time to develop. Think about the successful talents from South America, Brazil to be precise, who've come to La Liga and become, well, successful. The likes of Ronaldo Nazario, Vinicius Jr., Ronaldinho, Rodrigo, goes to a certain extent. The point is that all these players all needed time. Vinicius Jr. for 3 years before Ancelotti arrived was already getting potential flop labels. Rodrigo couldn't seem to find a balance in the team. Ronaldinho had to cut his own in Brazil and PSG before hitting the big time at Barcelona. R9 first made waves in Europe at PSV before the Barcelona, Inter Milan and Real Madrid moves. The general idea here is that the transition from Brazilian South American football to learning how different and how fast European football is usually takes a while. Endrick has only been in Europe for 2 years. Gonzalo Garcia has been at Real Madrid since he was 10 in 2014. Gonzalo Garcia didn't just spam out of nowhere or at this Club World Cup. He's been patiently scoring goals for Real Madrid's Castilla team, waiting for his chance with the senior squad. He scored 30 goals in 73 appearances for Real Madrid's Castilla under Raúl. Think about how crazy this is. The man whom Xabi Alonso compared him to earlier is the same man who's been coaching him at youth levels. He's learnt his trade under Raúl. Safe to say there's no question about it now. Gonzalo Garcia is ready to become the main man for Real Madrid. That's how he's ghosted Endrick. The fact that he's gotten an opportunity under the new manager and taken it with everything he's got. Technically, he's Real Madrid's highest goal scorer so far under Xabi Alonso. Yeah, sure, they've got Mbappe, and this isn't to compare Gonzalo Garcia with Mbappe. But the truth is, right now, it's Gonzalo Garcia giving Xabi Alonso a selection headache. It's him and not Mbappe or Endrick making Alonso and Real Madrid potentially pause plans over getting a striker in the summer. What do you guys think about Gonzalo Garcia and how he's ghosted Endrick? Will Endrick need to leave Real Madrid? Or will Madrid's pride and the 35 million they paid for Endrick make him too much to let go? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to Matchday Moments as well.